Sean in Irvine, California, XM Satellite. Go.
Hey, Mark, look, with all due respect, if listening to your show, we wouldn't know that we found out about more collusion, but this time with Saudi Arabia and some other Gulf country, for us to not let Bob Mueller and have faith in Bob Mueller get
hold on, Huck. What was the collusion with Saudi Arabia?
Second Trump Tower meeting. It was not been denied.
Whoa. What happened at this meeting?
He was offered help from the Saudi royal family and from another Gulf country.
And what help did he get?
We don't know yet, but if he's...
Oh, we don't know yet.
He's willing to accept...
Let me educate you, pal, because obviously you don't understand liberty. The way investigations are supposed to occur is you need a predicate. You know what a predicate is? Do you know how to spell it? Do you know what a predicate is?
Yeah, but we don't have the evidence.
Predicate is, pal, I don't start investigating you, Sean in Irvine, California, to find out if you violated the tax code, to find out if you're running drugs, to find out if you met with the Saudi Arabians, That's not how this works. I need a predicate. I'm being appointed as the special counsel. I'm a citizen. I'm yanked from obscurity back into the government. I've hired 7 Democrat prosecutors to go with me, and you don't get to, you had a meeting with the Saudis and they wanted to influence this and influence that. Let me tell you a little secret. Foreign governments want to influence our elections all the time. As long as they don't go over the line and do so monetarily, they're actually allowed to. Just as we try to influence elections all the time. I know this comes as a shock to you. But we never had a criminal investigation of Jim Wright and what he was doing with the Nicaraguan Sandinista communists. We never had a criminal investigation of Ted Kennedy when he was trying to get the Kremlin to interfere in our elections in 1983 to defeat Ronald Reagan. We never had any of that stuff. So you don't need to call me and lecture me about a meeting with the Saudis. Here's what I would say to you about a meeting with the Saudis. I would bet that nothing came out of that, nothing criminal came out of that. That's just another piece of crap you guys throw against the wall that you expect us to chase. Well, guess what? I and my audience don't chase crap. Now get off my phone, you idiot. And that's that. Nothing I said about the Constitution stuck in with this guy in his mush head. Nothing. Nothing. Not a word of it. Not a word of it. He doesn't care about spies or a spy in the Trump administration. In the Trump campaign. He doesn't care about abuses of the FISA court. He doesn't care about abuses by the FBI and the Justice Department in the FISA application. He didn't bring up the unmasking of American citizens who just so happen to be tied to Trump and the leaking of the name of Michael Flynn, an obvious felony. Not a word. He didn't say to me, you know what? Obama should have stood up to the Russians when they were interfering in our election, rather than Susan Rice saying in August of 2016, stand down and don't give any issues to the president, don't box him in. If they really cared about Russian interference in our election, why aren't they going after Obama? Why aren't they going after Rice and Brennan and Comey and the rest of the miscreants and malcontents? It was on their watch that the Russians were interfering with our election. I'll tell you why. Because they were interfering with our election. They used every tactic they possibly could, law enforcement and counterintelligence, against an American citizen in his campaign. The victim here is Donald Trump. The victim here is the Trump campaign. The victim here, the American people. And I will not be distracted. I will not be distracted with fools and foolish arguments. Ain't going to happen here. All right, let's continue.